Hi, I'm here at the Global Online Marketplaces Summit in Miami with David Coleman Jones from AutoTrader. So thank you very much for making it this year, having broken your leg last year, I remember.
Thank you.
Tell me a bit about AutoTrader and what you do at AutoTrader.
So AutoTrader, we're the UK #1 classified automotive marketplace. We see 49 to 50 million visits a month from consumers. We've got over 500,000 cars on the website at any one time, and have around 13,000 trade customers who subscribe to our platform. My particular role is looking after our private selling business and its pay-as-you-go platform, but also I look after our trade sellers, of which there are about 6,000 trade sellers who don't want to commit to a contract.
Yes.
They want to pay per listing, so we allow them access to our platform. We allow them to get the same kind of buyers as contract customers.
Okay, so I understand this. So let's just focus in on that because it's quite an interesting topic. It's pay as you go, so people come. How much does it cost to list a car?
So we've got a package type product. So you can list on our basic package from £37 if you're a private seller, all the way up to kind of £90 if you want our kind of ultimate package, which essentially is quite similar to what we do in our subscription model. Is the more you pay for, the more kind of eyeballs you get.
Yeah, okay. So it's an exposure type relationship, which makes sense.
Exactly, and it's the same on the trade pay-as-you-go side, although the price differs slightly, but it's around about the same mark.
So you advertise, you drive leads back. Well, now let's talk more deep. Do you just drive the lead back, or do you lead qualification? How do you think about the role of a marketplace in driving leads back to the seller?
So with the pay-as-you-go kind of approach, it is driving the leads back, but qualifying that with response metrics. So how many times is your particular advert being looked at? How often are buyers looking at your advert? Is there anything you can do to improve that? So we look at best practice, and we send out notifications and emails around best practice, and also calls. Yeah. So how many calls are you receiving, and in relation to how many views are you getting? So you can kind of get a bit of an understanding there of how successful the advert is.
And you guys use iBox for your call tracking?
We use iBox for call tracking. We also use iBox for protection of our consumers' numbers. So it's something that we found really positive in the private selling market. No one else does it in the UK. We want to protect our consumers where we can. Our kind of unique position in the consumer space is trust and transparency and security.
Yeah.
We don't want our sellers to be in breach of leakage of their data. So we want to make sure that they don't get nuisance calls, they don't get scammers. Scamming with some of our competitors is quite big. It's a prolific issue. It is in classifieds more generally as well. So we use iBox to protect the numbers. We then also service a whisper to private sellers to say, hey, this is a call from AutoTrader. We're getting hundreds of thousands of those calls every month. As a result, we're getting our brand exposed to private sellers every time a call is made. Okay,
now, part of the theme of the conference is about getting closer to the transaction. Now, we've seen in a number of models where automotive sites are really involved in the transaction. How do you guys think about that?
So the way we're thinking about it is in component parts. It's one of our kind of longer term ambitions, horizons. I think the UK automotive market is very is not digitized. Our role as AutoTrader, we believe, is to totally revolutionize the buying process and selling process. We want to take inefficiencies out of the marketplace. We're doing that in a few ways, and obviously that will accumulate in a transactional world. To get there, though, we've got some stepping stones. We've recently launched, or not recently launched, in the last year, our finance search. So you can search by monthly finance. We know that that's what everyone wants to do. So therefore, let's kind of have that process in play. What that starts to enable us to do, though, is to build a deal online. So you can now add finance. We also provide history checks. We provide history checks for all of our recently launched history check for all of our trade customers. And also as a consumer, you can buy that check. So we're kind of you've got your finance, you've done your kind of history check, you've got the ability to buy insurance through our partner. You can also buy warranties through our partner, and each one of those component parts is getting us closer and closer to the deal. So that's kind of how we're viewing it. We did try and kind of, as a business, look at it and go, let's just go for transactions. How are we going to do it? And it just doesn't work that way. The UK industry is not quite ready yet, so we've got to kind of, build component parts first, and then it will end that way.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like you guys are doing some very interesting stuff in the UK market. Thank you for coming to the conference, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it.
Cheers, Simon.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks, David. Excellent.